Hello everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be playing as Goalie. In this one we're on Distillery against Emmett, Cabot, Jack and Markov. Very decent team. We have rolled the Jack curse. We'll do Taurus for this one. Whenever it's a goalie we always get Jacks because Jack is actually very good into goalie. We'll do Stamina as the perk and we'll get going. We're going to be taking double damage by virtue of Yellow Leaderman on Cabot there. Very decent healer, and an assault, however, that just kind of exists against this monster, so landing mines, which is a big source of Markov's damage, is not reliable, is what we'll say, against Goliath, who's very mobile and jumpy. So we'll see. That said, if we do get hit by the mines though, we're going to take up a lot of damage by Cabot's damage amp, so I'm going north this time because I've been going to the beach a lot in recent videos, so that's going to be melee slow straight away. Yeah, just kind of exists. Better than having nothing, so if it is your first video though, welcome first and foremost. This is a 4v1 ASIM. We're playing as the monster, who is the one, obviously, in that equation. And we're going around the map killing and eating wildlife, which is what you see in here. Once we fill this little ring that you can see filling up as we do, we'll be able to evolve to the next stage. I should not be alerting this minute nerds, because it does tell the hunters where we are. Quite close here now, but need to be careful there over skirt here, because okay, that's going to give us 6 bars up here, so this will give us the stage 2. Tempted to go for it right here, to be honest, because we are going to get these coming out of it. Right. Yeah, just do it here. I was going to say I need them to be deceased very quickly if we can actually pull this off. Because we're going to get 6 bars, this is basically the armour straight away. It isn't because the dogs are here. Fucking hell. Right, that's fine. We're going to have to leave that food then. They're designed to be monster deterrents, these. I'm not going to be able to do that now because they're just going to poke me. And they're right there. Okay, that's fine. Move along a bit. Real lucky, life goes on. Some more armor over here though. Let's go do that. We're pretty much fully stocked. Let's just get the rest of this and then we'll get in there. Start fighting. A bit more relevant when Cabot's on the team, because going in without full armor is a bit of a stupid idea, to be honest. Because we're going to be taking a lot of amplified damage here. Bollocks. It's fine. Forgot about Jack. Look at that. Good, now we do go for Jack. Overshot. Splash. Yep, that's a mine. That's fine. Good. We get out. We leave the sloth as well, because that'll slow him down as he come across. Oh, not as it walks the other way. That's fine. You do you. Don't really want to go back over that way now, because yeah. Looking like we are going to get the stage 3 ready here, but I'm not going to go for it immediately. You can use your HP as a resource on monster as well, because you do gain a portion of it back when you do evolve. So I'll try some funky shit here, maybe. I think it's going to overshoot that. Yeah, that's nowhere near. I can get the bank on it as well. Wonderful animations as always. You actually squeeze that in there just before the repulsor comes in. There it is again. That was a very quick revive. We're going for you immediately then. Good. And we get the shit out because I'm going to be melting pretty damn quickly there. We down Jack very quickly, I should say, but we're going to die very quickly if we stay in there. We're probably going to go for stage 3 here, to be honest. I need the damage spike, so we don't end up in any unwanted situations. Your flame breath, primary damage dealer. And we have reached stage 3. This is the final form of the monster, if you're unfamiliar. I've tried to spread it between them. We get splash on the other one as well. So we've got loads of damage, we've got loads of HP, we've got loads of armour. I knew there was 3 things, I was just trying to think. As I said in the Wraith video, brain's not in 100% capacity because I've been working today, so for the daily train, you know. That said, just as we're on topic, I suppose, just to fill the air, as we do look into, you know, starting to Twitch stream again, it's probably going to be DVD content. Maybe, if we live in the right timeline, we might do some Carnival streams as well when that game actually comes out. So I'm going to try and get back in it as somebody who's just literally, and I say this without actually trying to, you know, bring the room down or anything like that, but you know, who is constantly depressed, so the voice is kind of Mother Nature having a sense of humour, but at the same time, you know, the lack of energy is partly down to that. So, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Trying to be a content creator with these vocal cords is, or gaining any traction I should say, is you know, probably more of a challenge than some. You know, we persevere. It's looking like we're actually gonna potentially do a full sweep here, to be honest. He has got his shield though. Better activate it. Nope, that's gonna be it. Okay. Bit of a clean one at the end. That felt really short, that one, to be honest. Yeah, 7:35. Similar to the Wraith one, actually, but that one felt really short. As it is, I'm not got the energy to record a double round tonight, as I say. Like, part of this is I'm fucking tired as well. You know, we're doing it in sport of the daily train, you know. But what I was getting onto with the old, when I mentioned streaming and all that kind of stuff, is that daily Dead by Daylight videos might stop when I start doing the Twitch streams, but those of you who do like the daily DBD videos, there's 1 or 2 here for that sort of flavour, you know. Basically what that means for you is just it's moving over to Twitch a little bit, you know, so I'll be posting notifications in the, you know, channel posts section when I actually do start a stream, you know. So if you want to see the DVD stuff there, then, you know, or you want to see DVD stuff, it'll be there, you know, in all of its fucking scuffed probably situation or whatever, reality, whatever, you know. Brain's not working, but it is what it is, boys. So that's probably what's going to be going on, because as I say, like, it's, I don't like to like outwardly say it, and it's, you know, because we've been doing this for like nearly, well, it's over 3 years now for me. where I've been doing daily videos for about 4 years, right? You know, and as you can probably imagine, as I say that, you know, it's starting to drag a little bit, you know. There are other things outside of YouTube that stress me out in terms of like recreativity, you know, stuff that I used to do, me drawings, all that kind of stuff, my hobbies. Well, I'd say my hobbies are drawing. It's kind of took a backseat for the past 4 years, and it leads to constant like art blocks where I can't draw what I want to draw, and that frustrates me even more, you know. And then it leads into the sort of just not necessarily dull atmosphere, but just lack of excitement, you know, overall everywhere. So as I say, it's the whole pumping out 4 videos a day for 4 years, it's starting to burn out a little bit, you know. But at the same time, what I'm saying is I'm probably still not going to be, you know, doing less content is what I mean. We're still going to be doing daily evolve. That'll stay. As I say, it doesn't mean anything about this. It's just that other parts of the channel, like it's having to, you know, like Sunday nights for me, take this for example, put it into perspective before I shut this off, it's a bit of a low drop, you know. I get home from work and I have to basically record, because I usually, based on, you know, keeping up the daily stuff that I do now, this is what I mean, because in my head, that's the dedication I have to, you know, that's my mental, not really state, not in that sense, it's what my brain does, you know. It's like, right, you've got to do this, you've got to keep it up, you've got to keep going, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I get home from work, and depending on if I have any backlog videos left from earlier days during the week when I'm off, or the rest of the weekend if I manage to squeeze any videos in before I go out to the pub and all that kind of stuff, you know, I've got them. But if I haven't got them, I then basically have to record 4 decent rounds of Dead by Daylight, render them into videos that split in half, you know, for 2 rounds each. And also on the Sunday night, because I've been in work, I have to record 2 rounds of Evolve as well, you know. And then also on Fridays, or it was this Friday anyway, it's usually 4. So on Fridays I have to record 4 videos of Evolve, you know, to render them 2 a day, the Saturday and the Sunday. So obviously, because I'm not going to be here because I'm in work. This Friday just gone, I had to record 6 videos because I was working on the Friday, but I did it on the Thursday, sorry. On the Thursday I had to record 6 videos and then render them and all that kind of stuff, you know. And it does drag quite a bit. It does start to get a bit annoying and draining, you know. And obviously coming home from work on a Sunday night and then having to do, you know, Dead by Daylight stuff, and Dead by Daylight's a bit more of a rougher case in that you probably, you know, there are certain situations where you don't get decent videos, and then your mind's like, you need to get decent videos, you know, you're not going to fucking bed until you get them, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's at the mercy of my own fucking brain basically to keep doing them, because obviously I'm known for daily stuff, you know. Not that it's, I say known for it anyway, because there's not really any growth going on, and I don't know how to actually do it. There's a couple of situations where I do change my format, either I miss a video on a day and then I do get a spike, so I don't know if I'm supposed to record less, but that doesn't really make any sense to me. But I'm assuming it just comes down to getting algorithm hits, because if you only release 1 video, your viewer base and your viewership is more concentrated in one place, so then it gets the views of everybody on your channel, and then the algorithm thinks, oh hang on, there's a video getting slightly more traction at the beginning, rather than splitting it in 2, maybe. I'm assuming that might be how it works, thinking about it. But with how much I actually play Dead by Daylight anyway, outside of Evolve and all that kind of stuff, I'd end up with fucking mountains of videos I wouldn't be doing anything with. The reason I do 2 videos a video and 2 actual videos is to fucking get rid of all the videos, basically, that I do. It's basically just doing it and throwing it on the channel. Because I have minimal editing knowledge, and I don't really have time to sit there and do loads of editing for hours on end to make videos. Because it also ties into the fact that I'm somebody who has to have, and this goes in for me art as well, getting fucking deep here all of a sudden. It's Sunday night, the brain's in, you know, dark hours mode. But yeah, in terms of that, I'm a person. It's why we don't really stream that much, or I don't branch out and I don't do things more, you know, more zany things, or go to different games, try things, new things, and all that kind of stuff. Is because I'm somebody who I have to see results straight away. If I don't see results straight away, I just dismiss it. I think to myself, no, it's not worth doing it then, you know. And obviously with YouTube it was a bit different because I managed to do it at a time in my life where my perseverance was very strong, and I just decided one day, I've still got all to evolve, barely anybody else has, I'm going to start posting videos on YouTube. And then for the first, I think it was for the first week or 2 weeks, I was basically I was filling the video limit on YouTube. I had YouTube telling me to stop uploading. Like, it banned me from uploading at the very beginning. It said you've reached your limit for this 24 hours. Because I was sat here, as I am now, obviously not doing commentary back then, but I was just sat here playing around, and then just basically uploading it straight away to YouTube. And then that's how I started. And then over time we did build a slight viewer base with Evolve. And then I got the spikes at the algorithm hit, you know, the 2.5 million video and all that kind of stuff in the revival thing. And then after that it just tanked. Went back down to 100 videos a video, and then we didn't really get much of a spike since. So I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Basically, that's what I mean by that, you know. And it's overall now, because we haven't had a spike for so long, in terms of, you know, even Evolve. It don't matter, Evolve or Dead by Daylight or, you know, anything really. It's starting to get a bit draining to just keep doing it, you know, because I'm not seeing any kind of like. There's no growth going on, there's no spike, basically, there's no thing there, you know, nothing's happening, it's just day by day, same thing, you know. It's just, you know, it is what it is. But in terms of like the whole Twitch situation, I'm doing that because it'll probably take a bit of work off me back, because I can justify to my fucking dictator of a brain that if I'm Twitch streaming, I don't have to upload them videos to YouTube, and because I've posted the notification to YouTube, you guys can still see the Twitch stream, you know, and the VOD will still be up for a couple of weeks on Twitch anyway, so you can still watch my DBD games, you know, without having to do the whole recording it, rendering it, you know, all that kind of stuff, throwing it up on YouTube. It just exists on Twitch as I play them, you know. Obviously that means the YouTube channel's going to slow down a little bit probably with content, but I don't know what the fucking future holds, you know. It's I need to drink. It's a Sunday night and I'm just throwing shit at the wall, but it's just I think something needs to change, to be honest, because it's getting draining now, you know, just to keep doing the same fucking thing over and over. Even like when we switch to Deep Rock Galactic, it's still the same thing to me, because those videos barely get any views either. Even when I post them up to one, I get people telling me they're enjoying it, which is what I love. I do like to hear people say that. It's just that, you know, in terms of actually getting viewership and pulling more people in and getting a bit of a community together, it's not really doing anything, because the Deep Rock Galactic videos only have a very small dedicated viewer base, and it doesn't really grow because Deep Rock Galactic's kind of just old now. So not as many people, I don't think, outside of bigger content creators specifically for that game, go looking for it. So you don't really get anything new out of it anymore, you know, in terms of people coming. But anyway, as I say, big fucking rant at the end, or well, it's not even really a rant anyway, it's just a talk, but, you know, there it is. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, which is probably shorter than this chat, but it is what it is. It's one of my videos, isn't it? See you on the next one.